Hello, and welcome to the pilot episode, first episode of the Cult of Flow. This is going to be a passion project for me. I'm going to read you a little meme that I came across while scrolling that I think is going to sum up the theme of this podcast. Here it goes. Witches call it spells. Christians call it prayer. Spiritualists call it manifestation. Atheists call it the placebo effect. Scientists call it quantum physics. Everyone's arguing over the name. No one is denying the existence. I think that's a really interesting thing. So, if I had to define this podcast, this endeavor, whatever you want to call it, it's a place to peel back the layers of reality and find the truth. I know there's other people out there like me that seek these things. So this is my call to you, to talk to you, to give you a space to get weird with me. And together, maybe we can find some truth. Wouldn't that be nice? The format of this is going to be part solo cast, part live stream, and part normal podcast with guests. And we're going to have some everyday heroes on here, some masters of their chosen craft, some practitioners of certain modalities, musicians, artists, and hopefully some authors, because I have a very vast library and it would be my dream to be able to talk to some of those authors at some point. So we're going to dive into topics such as occult practices and studies, esoteric knowledge, plant medicines, out-of-body experiences, astral projection, near-death experiences, psychics, channelers, and astrology. So with that being said, I'm going to read a passage from one of my favorite books that's going to bring us full circle back to that first meme that I quoted. And I'm not going to tell you the book because I'm going to come back to this at a later date. And we're going to use this concept, this idea, as a reference point from time to time. So here it goes. There is a broad field of energy which, for convenience, is called M. It is virtually unrecognized in our contemporary civilization. It is the only energy field common to and operational both within and outside time-space and is present in varying degrees in all physical matter. Because of the tendency of M to accumulate in living organisms, life, or layered intelligence forming energy is a useful acronym for one band of the M field spectrum. In the Earth life system, M is present in greater concentration, ranging from inert matter through microorganisms to human minds. The variance and spectrum of M radiation is extremely wide by local standards, yet is only a small notch in the total breadth of the M field. All living organisms use M to communicate. Animals are more aware of M radiation than humans, who, with few exceptions, have no awareness of it at all. Thought is a much used perturbation of M, and emotions are bands of M adjacent to thought. Love is also a band of M adjacent to thought. Thought-induced phenomena, willful or autonomic, are sideband couplings of M, and thought affects and modulates M radiation. The introduction by humans of time-space forms of communication, speaking, writing, touching, greatly affected the need for and the growth of M-based information systems. Nevertheless, humans are subject to constant M input from other sources, including human sources, without the conscious knowledge of either sender or receiver. The I there is composed solely of M, there being outside time-space but within the M field. Humans who are not mind active in time-space, who are phased out during sleep, unconscious or otherwise, are operating in the M field with a lesser phase relationship to the physical. Except for those proficient in the process, most are fully occupied with coping in the M field and have no more awareness of M energy systems than they had in the physical environment. Those who are proficient in M techniques rarely find Earth life system applications worth the effort. There is more excitement elsewhere. Bonding, affected during physical lifetimes, is strictly M field imprint. It continues between individual I-there clusters during any mind consciousness state. Those who have moved completely out of phase with time-space, those who have died, may initially seek to retain contact with the Earth life system. Their lack of skill precludes all but the most rudimentary attempts. After a short time by Earth standards, this communication drops low in priority. However, the new bonding from life experience does add to the interaction between I-there clusters. The stronger the bonding, such as love of major proportions, the closer the continuing interaction between the clusters. The influence of M field thought radiation induced by human minds would be overwhelming were it not for the inherent phase relationships involved. As in consciousness phasing, the entire individual system of awareness is in phase, tuned in, with only parts of this radiation. If there is no alignment of a given frequency, there is no reception. M-field influence continues not only in time-space, but also in M-field resonance, temporary or permanent. Through experience, methods that prevent reception of undesirable thought radiation may be learned, often painfully. It is a matter of phasing. Shut off the aligning receptor thought form, and there is no influence. This holds true both in physical and non-physical environment. Group thought, especially when it is primarily emotion-inducing, can be highly contagious, owing to the extreme amplitude of the radiation. Conversely, the organized M-field radiation of a single individual can, if broad-banded enough, be many thousand times greater than that of the group. Whatever the source, reception can influence any mind and/or body that contains resonant receptors. There is an internal factor of influence to include. Emotional thoughts have the capacity to instill signals into the physical body which may be misinterpreted. They can interfere not only with the physical DNA format, but also with the I-there pattern. This interference is engendered unintentionally by the physical human mind manipulating the M field. The results may vary from strong physical health through immunity to severe illness, as well as their remission, placebos, miracle cures to physical death. Throughout human history, there have been those who have possessed degrees of control of their M-field thought radiation. In some cases, this was a product of synthesis by the personality cluster selected for that particular life experience. In others, the process was developed in the individual by an accumulation of residual thought radiation and translated into a working system. By control is meant the willful selection or rejection of incoming thought radiation through manipulation of receptor phasing. The quality and amplitude of the thought radiation expressed by the individuals were directed by the human mind consciousness to serve planned purposes. The most apparent of these individuals history records as political and religious leaders. The most successful have gone unnoticed owing to their deliberate lack of continuity in their activities. The latter have the means to couple with M-field bands with that of thought to produce a variety of experiences within the receptor, to alter matter, both in structure and form, and to vary time-space energy fields. Expressions of minor M-field control have abounded throughout recorded human history. They include medicine men, mind readers, witches, magicians, soothsayers, early kings and emperors, hypnotists, mediums, healers, psychokineticists, to mention only a few. Imitators without such control had been rife in every era. The power of beliefs and belief systems lies in various manipulations of M-field energy. Your beliefs become knowns when you recognize or experience this manipulation. There are very few ways and means to learn control of the M-field radiation within contemporary civilizations. This is because of the intense and near-exclusive preoccupation with time-space energies, especially those of Earth life system. However, there is some evidence collected from all over the world of exploration in the M-field with productive results. It is likely that participants would agree that it is too little, too late, and this exploration is not likely to be a factor in the possible survival of human civilization in the current context. Oops. Woo! There is a multitude of things to unpack in those 3 pages. It blows my mind. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you with that. And I will be back in the next episode with, I'm not sure yet, to be completely honest. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another solo cast. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a guest next. I'm going to wait a little bit for live streams, so people know what this podcast is and know what it's about. But good things are coming, and may we find flow together, friends.